Hi, everybody. This is Jared. Odell is at South by Southwest this week, so enjoy these clips from previous episodes. We'll be returning next week with a brand new episode, so thanks for listening to Full Circle Podcast, and enjoy.
You know me, I'm Odell Harmon Jr. You can find me at Odell Harmon Jr. on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, nothing else because I won't reply on anything else. And to my right, my co-host as always,
Jared Fradette. You can find me at all the same places at Toon Velo.
Well, we have another exciting episode planned for you today. And you're probably thinking, doesn't Jared usually say that? He does, but not today.
Not today.
Because we have a special announcement. My car broke down at the gym. We were at the gym, and where we park is in the basement level. So we had to push it out of the basement because the tow truck couldn't get in there. And thank God for strangers, because halfway up the hill, we completely ran out of muscle.
Thank God for strangers, or thank God strangers would rather help us than sit behind you impatiently waiting for you to leave?
In today's world, I'm pretty sure they would have sat there. I am pretty sure.
Touche.
But for real, we have a first for real exciting announcement. We are announcing our first ever giveaway. Jazz hands, Jared. Jazz hands. Thank you. For those who are not watching and just listening on your podcast service, we're doing jazz hands. But here it is.
Ooh.
Look at, whoa.
What is this?
It is a Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic.
A SNES Classic.
Yes. For those who remember when these bad boys came out, it was damn near impossible to get one. Not as impossible now.
You got one.
I got one. I got two.
Did you ever open it?
No, this is unopened.
Unopened, ladies and gentlemen.
SNES Classic for the price of FREE.
Well, not quite. What do they have to do?
Oh, what do you have to do? Well, if you want to win this bad boy and it's nice unopenness, it could be a gift for you, a collector's item, or I don't care what you do with it. You could throw it out a window. Please don't. All you have to do is follow us on Twitter at FC Podcast 23. That again is FC
Podcast 23.
Yes. You will find all the details of how to win, how to enter, and all that good stuff. Not going to tell you here because only the people who follow will know. So I will put this down and maybe it'll be yours. I don't know. Leave a comment if you want to try to win, and I will respond to that comment saying, go follow us on Twitter.
But all that excitement aside, we do have an exciting episode to get to.
Whoa.
Yes. First and foremost, we'll be talking about minor characters, not main characters. Minor characters. How many is too many? And do they just kind of ruin a series sometimes?
Yeah, so if you're thinking, what constitutes as a minor character? If you know they're not one in the 5, 10... Okay, if you have 10
If it's an anime
people,
and they don't have colorful hair, so Taya and Tristan... brown-haired, who are they?
Oh, man, you're right.
Yeah. They're part of the main group, but they're still not even important.
This hair color discrimination. Maybe we should just talk about that. But, here's a good example. Game of Thrones. There are arguably probably 10 main characters, if not more. But there's even a slew of just minor characters. And personally, how many is too many? Anything that's above 5, and 5 is honestly too many. If you were introduced in season 1 and I don't see you again until season 5, I don't care.
See, okay, no. I think that's perfectly fine and acceptable to do, and in fact, it's more interesting.
How so?
Okay, so I'm just going to say Adventure Time, right? Several of the key people in the very last episode premiered in the very first episode.
But they were consistently there.
They weren't. Where was Punch Bowl this whole time? Where was Pinata the whole time? They just disappeared arbitrarily to come back later as Uncle Gumbald and Cousin Chicle.
But then are they minor characters or major characters at that point?
They were minor characters, and they didn't matter. And it was great that they didn't matter.
I wouldn't say they constitute as minor characters. I would say they were background noise at best.
No, I mean, okay, this is the exact premise of Morrowind, right? Like the rival system. Like, everybody's just minor characters, and it doesn't matter who you are, just, cannon fodder. But you can develop them into their own interesting story that we'd like to follow.
But then your argument isn't what is too many. Is you're saying there isn't a limit as long as they're developed good.
Yes, that is precisely exactly what I'm saying.
But that rarely happens.
So if you remember my my review on Disenchantment, they near kind of like episode 6, they tried to start giving every minor character their own interesting thing. Like, oh, look at me, I have a mustache. Well, I have a mysterious hump that moves. Well, I have a bird mask. And it's like, why are you mentioning these things? Like, they made a point of all the minor characters pointing out that there's something unique about them.
Okay, no, I will take it one step further. So, think about any video game where you do quests for people and then magically one of those people you do quests for becomes the main bad guy. I think minor characters are only problematic when you have more than two that get a storyline. Because like The Simpsons, it gets to a point where it's like, oh, Apu runs the Quickie Mart. We get it. Mm-hmm. Now Apu has a family and a wife and 8 children. And it's like, I'm not saying that's wrong with Apu, but
what's the problem with Apu? Now that's a different topic. That's a different talk, not by us. Check it out.
My point is, when you try to give storylines to all your minor characters, so Family Guy, when the guy who runs the store that likes movies has a whole episode about him, it's like
he goes off, gets his own TV show about making burgers and having his family.
Oh,
H. John Benjamin.
I see what you did there.
Too much?
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, is this topic even about how many minor characters is too many, or how many storylines to minor characters is too many?
The ratio here of character to story plot?
Yes.
I
think
I guess that's kind of what this boiled down to. Because, it's like, as far as minor characters concerned, you can have as many as you want.
As long as they're just background noise and not important.
That's fine with me, yeah. That's fine with you?
That's fine with me.
Okay, cool.
So we answered that question. How many minor characters can you have? Who gives a damn? Infinity. How many minor characters should get storylines and it becomes a problem? That's the real ticket.
Okay.
I will give 3. I'll just give it a nice 3. You can develop 3 minor characters and elevate them into the major cast players. But when you're trying to be like, you get a story, you get a story, you get a story, you get a satisfying conclusion.
What's really interesting? That's pretty much the exact complaint about Community in season 4 when Dan Harmon leaves and then other people start writing for the show. Like, they arbitrarily start promoting all these minor characters to the foreground. And it's like, why are you doing this? It's about the Greendale 6.
You know what? Games specifically. Because Majora Mask perfected this.
Okay.
1, if you develop all the minor characters, you get the ultimate thing in the game. But you can choose any minor character you feel whose storyline is too not worth your time, can easily graze by. But if you decide to delve into their lives, every one of them has a satisfying, interesting, damn near maybe even worthy of its own feature story.
I'll take this a step further. It's not just even that they have interesting storylines that are developed, so much as their storyline actually integrates well into
the natural story.
Because again, like you were saying, like with Quest and like minor characters like Skyrim, it's like, oh there, traveler, I really need you to find me 6 chickens. Okay? And like it becomes like
and for some reason 6 chickens are actually hard to come by.
Yeah, and it's just like but then it's like, you gave me 6, but I really wanted like this golden one. And you do the quest for this guy, but then it doesn't matter. It's like, sweet, here's a sweet roll. And you're like, and then you never come back to him again. And you're like, why did I waste like 30 hours of my life on this chicken quest?
Final Fantasy is the king of this. They will damn near have a side mission, make you feel like you're actually doing the storyline, and at the end of it, you're like, wait, I was just bullshitting. It's like you didn't even, like, you save a town that's like one of the towns you visit, like it goes through this whole arc, and you save it, but then the town's magically the same town it's always been. So you're like, what?
No benefit, no anything here.
None of the characters even change their dialogue. But no, to backtrack this.
To roll back, to full circle it.
Yeah, to full circle it. Majora's Mask perfected this. And I'll take it one step further from the one step further you took it.
Okay, so 2 steps further.
Yeah, dare I say 2 steps.
Oh.
Yeah. Not only can you not interact with storylines, not only can you do them, and not do they mesh well with the story, they continue on their projected paths without influence from you over the course of the 3 days.
That is incredibly fun. I love, you have to learn their schedule, and it doesn't matter, in a weird way, you as a hero don't matter.
Yeah, ultimately, you without your input, they will fail or something.
It feels
maybe
really,
bad.
it feels really true. That is what people in real life would do. They're not just going to wait on the hero. They're
not going to stand in one place and like they're going to try to solve their problem, or they're going to try to do something, or as a cause and effect, some storylines can't be.
For those of you at home who can't see me, I'm awkwardly standing here like an NPC waiting to be activated.
By some right response from me. Apparently, I did not give any.
Do you often hail from the Cloud City?
How do I get to the water temple?
I was a traveler like you once. But yeah, so minor characters are too much if you let them be too much.
Yes.
Is that too broad of a statement?
Too broad of a statement.
Okay. You can have as many minor characters as you want, as long as you don't use them as filler.
Yes. You can have as many minor characters as you want, as long as you don't try to spotlight every single last one and make them important for the sake of trying to make them important.
Speaking of games, though, Google is now trying to enter the gaming field.
Ooh.
I know. So, will they be able to compete with this? I mean, 2 is company, 3 is a crowd, 4 on the sidewalk, it's not allowed.
That was hilarious.
Thank you.
But yes, and I was thinking about this. I remember when, a little old company about Microsoft wanted to get into the gaming field. Mm-hmm. I scoffed and laughed at the Xbox. And to be quite frankly, I still do, because guess who has one exclusive coming out between now and the rest of the year? Xbox. And guess what the exclusive is? Forza.
What is that game?
Forza Motorsports with the cars, and it's realistic and
Mario Kart?
Dynamic drive. Yes, Mario Kart.
Sweet, I love Mario Kart.
It's like Mario Kart, but with 90% of the fun sucked out, 80% of the creative tracks replaced with realistic tracks, and things like dynamic weather.
Can I hit people with so I can hit people with lightning bolts?
No. You can hit people with your car and then crash and then spin out and automatically lose the race.
That's disappointing. Does a Koopa pick me up?
No, it doesn't pick you up.
I don't understand.
You have to pay your currency to fix your car.
I don't understand. Really? Is that really a thing?
Yeah, you damaged your car.
Wow, that is incredibly bad. No, okay.
But can you drive a Mercedes-Benz in Mario Kart?
I can drive the Mercedes-Benz of Mario Karts.
Wait, you can't.
It's the cycle.
No.
I'm saying it's whatever you want it to be.
No, they're literally like the Mercedes-Benz DLC in Mario Kart. You can. That was the joke here. You can.
Right over my head. Missed the point. Yeah, so... Wow, egg on my face. So I'll just skip ahead to my point. My next point being, I just don't understand how Microsoft plans to win anything without first-party content. Because, name anybody on the street. Just pick anybody at random, ask politely, don't literally throw a dart at them, and ask them, name a video game character. And they'll be like, yeah, Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, and you go, close enough.
We just accidentally spoiled Nintendo's next exclusive Mario Kong. Mm-hmm. We're sorry, Nintendo. Please don't sue us.
But yeah, so it's like, Microsoft has no original content. Sony is, trying to keep everything to itself. No, we won't share Fortnite. We'll lose profits. But it's a free game. We'll lose profits. So, what's Google going to offer us?
Well, interesting fact, we all know this. Halo saved the Xbox ass. And the Xbox was going to tank, and then Halo came out, and, it pretty much revolutionized the online multiplayer shooter experience, and that's kind of kept it going for a while. And Google's going to get into this, and I don't see Google having a Halo. But like you said from my research, we don't know if it's going to be a gaming streaming service, a actual console.
Some hybrid in between.
For those who remember the Ouya.
I don't.
Well, yeah, it failed horribly. Or like when Steam did its Steam controller kind of console thingy.
I mean, it's kind of nice if you want to sit on your couch with your HD TV. But for that matter, I just sit at my desktop and I have the same experience.
Yeah, so to be fair, we don't know if Google's making a traditional console or some type of... Who knows? They do have the money. They do have the resources. But ultimately, I think, depending on what it is... Oh, I know you got something to say.
Yeah.
But depending on what it is, maybe a little too late to get in the game. Well, if they're going full console, or if they are truly trying to compete with PlayStation and Microsoft, Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they don't include Nintendo in this, but that's who they think their competitors are.
Nintendo is unreachable at this point. Everybody has a Switch. It's a console in every hand.
Yes.
They own 95% of first-party content. Excuse me. I don't know. You can't reach Nintendo. No matter how much the haters say that Nintendo.
That is true. They will forever be in their own lane.
Yeah.
But so if they truly want to compete with them, I don't know what that would be if it's not a console.
I'll say, but also they probably directly aren't interested in competing with Nintendo because if you recall, they are working with Niantic in Pokemon Go, which is partnered, of course, with Nintendo.
Oh,
right? We already kind of have that going. I think it has to be some sort of console because to be a streaming service alone, while it has its appeal, right? Because not everybody can afford the expensive gaming rig, especially after the Bitcoin, expansion and then all PC things going up. Like the internet across our city is not consistent. If I pull up our server right now to watch movies on my family's home server, it'll be like, "Ooh, sorry, their Comcast is out." I'm like, "But I have service." It's like, so I don't know, across the nation trying to pool.
I was reading an interesting article about this, and I don't know how true this might be, but they were speculating something like, in Google Chrome, I open a browser and I play Skyrim, and I'm like, does that sound appealing?
Well, again, it's appealing for those people who can't afford their own PC streaming, PC processing.
Because then I'm just like, at that point, aren't you just still playing? Well, I mean, you're right. I don't have to buy my own gaming rig.
It takes the burden off of, when I would normally, start Skyrim and it would glitch out and have 1,000 errors and just fry my computer instantly. Well, now that's happened to some server off somewhere in, Silicon Valley, and I laugh maniacally as Skyrim melts their PC.
Yeah, well, let's pretend, they do go with that. It's just like a browser extension, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
And you buy a game. Yeah. And you play it. How well would that honestly work? I assume maybe you could buy a Google controller or some, whatever they call it, the G-pad.
Which might be part of the hybrid technology that people are rumoring. That might be what the Yeti is in this circumstance.
I want the G-pad now.
The G-pad.
The G-pad. That's what we're going to call the studio now. It's the G-pad.
The G-pad.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a little sign for the door. It'll be perfect. No, we can't do that. That'd be weird.
Ooh, that's copyright G-pad. So when Google tries to do it, we make money.
Yes. Be like, that person that saw the foresight of technology and booked Coca-Cola so that they had to buy the domain name from them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I mean, if they don't name it the G-pad, they're gonna name it the Googleplex.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I have the Pixel, and I wouldn't get.
What would you call the console the Googleplex?
Plex is actually the streaming service I have. So they can't call it a Plex. Google Live. I mean, Google Play. Google Games is an app.
I don't know.
Google Game Plus.
Well, I feel would they incorporate Google into the name of the console?
Maybe not. They might want it to appear as something different.
Because Microsoft called theirs the Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Well, in case it just failed, it'd be just X that out.
Yeah.
Or was it just the Windows logo turned sideways? So what's a G turned sideways? Mazda?
I don't know. Well, because PlayStation doesn't name convention-wise doesn't appear to connect to Sony. It's just, at this point,
it's just a thing that is what it is.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, comment below what you think Google's new console will be.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm just trying to make puns of Google and Googleplex, Googlebox, the Goog.
The Goog. Right? Well, whatever name.
I don't know why. Can you imagine it? Oh man, I got the Goog.
That's a terrible name.
It is.
That's a terrible name.
But is it so terrible it's good?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure whatever name they come up with, it's going to be something quirky. But we're coming back full circle from a different episode we had. Guns, Roses, and Rumors. Get it? Sweet child of Guns and Roses. James Gunn. Disney fired him. DC is hiring him.
Yes, for those who don't know, if you wanted more, just, full circle back to episode 14. That's where we talked about Guns, Roses, and Rumors. And you can hear about that. But, as Jared said, Disney unfortunately fired James Gunn. DC picked him up, which honestly they probably really needed someone who knew what the heck to do with superhero movies.
Right.
And he is now going to direct and write, if I believe, Suicide Squad 2, which is great because Suicide Squad 1 was garbage.
Right. Not only does DC desperately need someone of his caliber, Suicide Squad particularly needed someone of his caliber because I'm going to be honest, I don't think Suicide Squad 2 would have made it out the gates at all if it did not have his strength behind it.
Yeah, I'm honestly will be okay if Suicide Squad 2 has completely new actors. None of them are the same.
Yeah.
Nothing that happened in 1 even reflects 2. Like, if they just call it, like, Suicide Squads, just to
redo it.
You know, napalm bomb everything.
Suicide Squad Take 2?
Hell.
Right?
Can we copyright that?
Copyright.
You know what, DC? You can use Suicide Squad Take 2.
We'll give it to you.
But I want, like, premiere access, an interview of at least 3-4 people on Full Circle.
Interview of Dave Bautista.
Oh, yes. Dave Bautista. For those who don't know, he is more commonly known as Drax.
The Destroyer.
Yes. From
the WWE.
Yes.
That's his name in World Wrestling?
Yes.
Oh,
actually, it's Rey Mysterio. Like, no, when I was looking up his name, there was apparently a theory that he is indeed Rey Mysterio.
Oh.
I don't know if he is. He could be, for all I know. But the internet said it, people, so it must be true.
Right.
When I typed in his name, it said Dave. How you pronounce his last name again?
Bautista?
Dave Bautista. If we're saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Don't hurt us.
Sorry.
Dave, it was like Rey Mysterio ? And then in the most common and like related searches, it was like him and then Rey Mysterio. And I was like,
it's like the professor and the masked battle royale, the masked royale.
Yeah. So it could be. Anyway, before we get too sidetracked with that, we'll venture down another episode about is he really Rey Mysterio? Yes, he has left Disney or is leaving. I don't know if it's official yet.
Right, so he'd always threatened that if Disney did not hire him back, James Gunn back, that he would just quit. And now that he's on with DC, there are strong rumors that he's going to just join that instead.
Yeah, he said he's going to work on Suicide Squad with James Gunn with DC. I mean, but he's just said I don't know what the legality of that is.
So you know what? So big spoiler alert for all you Avengers fan. We know who dies who permanently dies now.
Oh.
Yeah, Drax. Just there we go.
He's such a good comic relief character that like. I don't think the Guardians could survive without him, honestly.
I mean, that it pulls the whole Guardians 3 into questions, period. James Gunn being fired.
I will say this, Guardians 2 sucked. It wasn't as good as 1. It was considerably not as good as 1. So I feel like if 3 is already on this path to destruction, just go ahead and nix it.
Just lay it out to pasture. It's already, right? You're entering phase 2 of the Marvel Universe. Just let this one be.
Yeah.
I won't say...
I'll take a Rocket Raccoon movie. I think Bradley Cooper's Rocket Raccoon is amazing.
That would be great. I don't know if it so much sucked as it was pretty much on par with 1, which for a sequel, you can never have it be just the same thing. You can't just have it be more of it. It was like Kingsman 2. I'm like, yeah, more 360 fight scene. I know, it just wasn't as impressive the second time.
And I'll say the humor in 1 was... Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy and Infinity War was better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
This is fair. This is incredibly true. Yeah.
If you took their scenes from Infinity War, just and cut out all
put them together, just there we go.
That was a better movie.
I mean, yes. So I guess maybe the Russo brothers are just writing the next spacefaring adventure. So... we're all waiting in the wings for that. See how messy or cordial that breakup has been.
I don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully, like you said, they'll be civil.
They're civil so far.
They're civil so
it's
far.
Good. I think it's going to come down to what they keep and how nice or not the fans are.
Yeah.
As we see with certain Szechuan sauces, they're not always nice.
That's nice. I mean, not to get political, but... sometimes people have certain powers. I'm not saying who. And we think it wasn't everyone's first pick, but maybe it'll go over smoothly, and it won't. How bad can it get? It can get pretty bad.
It can get pretty bad.
It like we lose like 50% of Crunchyroll, and Donald Trump nukes us all. So I mean,
the two worst options for humanity.
Yeah, pretty much.
But a probably good choice for DC is welcoming on James Gunn. Again, his things aside, he'll probably make a much better Suicide Squad than they could ever have made.
Yeah, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty much Suicide Squad.
Yeah, just
anti-heroes that are heroes,
but not.
Yeah, I would say, well, is Suicide Squad anti-heroes? Because they're like just straight villains.
Anti-villains? They're mercenaries for hires.
Isn't that just a hero?
No. Like an anti-villain is like, I don't have a good example off the top of my head. Anti-villains are villains.
Well, I guess an anti-hero isn't a villain.
Anti-villain would be like, I think like Asmodeus from Watchmen. He was, I'm gonna blow up the world for your own health. Like it just that's what like he has a good cause, but it's just completely villainous.
So what's the difference between an anti-hero and an anti-villain?
Hero is Yugimoto, anti-hero is Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba is like,
you know what? We're gonna
this will be a topic.
This will be a topic. My brain is spinning.
Yes,
but Joe. So, god dang. Give me a second.
Okay. So while you're giving a second, I'll go and remind everybody about our Nintendo SNES Classic giveaway. It's only available for those who follow us on Twitter. For the first 1,000 followers, you'll comment on a thread, and we will give this away to one of you.
Yes, and we will have prizes and giveaways at $250, $500, and $750 for you smart people out there. That's every quarter until we get to 1,000. So follow us on Twitter to win, and follow us on Instagram at FC Podcast 23. That's on Twitter and Instagram for clues, hints, and what things may be. Here's a little lucky a lucky insight for you. The $250 will be a giant swag bag of things from cons, including cons like Gamescom. So, I mean, these are some actual goodies, people, not just like trinkets from the dollar store.
Right?
We could. And if you don't win, if you don't follow, you can't win. But you don't win if you don't follow. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
And, honestly, we only got about 75 followers, so we need y'all to start chopping it up, because guess what? If we don't ever get it, we'll just keep it.
No sweat off our backs.
Yeah, just
no snaz off our table.
Nah. As a matter of fact, we'll just keep adding more awesome things that y'all aren't winning to the table. I'll be like, this signed copy of Final Fantasy Unopened, signed by director's name who I don't know, just right there.
Right there.
Just all the time.
Yep. But names you do know, I am Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toonvelo at all social media.
Did you say Toonvelo?
I said Toonvelo.
You said Jared Fradette.
Yeah, I am Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toonvelo.
Oh, well, I am Odell Harmon. You can find me at Odell Harmon Jr. on all social media, all that good stuff, Facebook, Twitter. As always, thank you so much for joining us. This is Full Circle. Odell and Jared signing out. Everyone have a great week.